Trying to cycle back to another rocket. If we can get it, we should be able to get the win. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be going over one of the oldest and most frequently requested decks ever, and that is classic Logbait. And personally, I have sort of a vendetta as a Lobhound player against Logbait, but Logbait is sort of a different style of clash. It requires a lot of like quick thinking and adaptation, as well as cycling. It's not like the hardest of cycle decks to play. Obviously, decks like 2.6 and even some versions of Expo can be much harder to play, but this deck requires you to be quick on your feet and think really fast. Let's get right into the games. Alright guys, here we go. Game number 1. So if you've not played Logbait before, okay, so very aggressive. I actually have no choice but to rocket this Hog Rider. No one wants to rocket a Hog Rider. We do have the Inferno Tower for it, but Hog Rider is a bit annoying because we don't have a building that's cheaper than 4 elixir, so it's going to be a bit annoying to play this. So we are going to like sort of belligerently spamming our troops. We're going to be going Princess aggressively. We're going to be playing Goblin Barrels to pressure all throughout this game. You want to be very aggressive so that your opponent always has to wonder where the Logbait cards are going to be. So where are we? He's always going to be wondering when is Zach going to spam his barrels? When is the Princess going to be at the bridge? Do I need to be ready for that? Those types of questions your opponent always want to make your opponent keep guessing when you're playing Logbait. But yeah, so sometimes you can even like mess up your placement of your Goblin Barrel and things to trick your opponents as well. So we can do little tricks like that. Sometimes that gets people. I can play my Princess like this to try to snipe the Musketeer across the bridge. That's awesome. And I might even be able to just log this, but I think I can just rely on my Princess, and I won't even need to spend my log here, which is great. Now we're going to see if this guy chooses to use his log on the Princess, and if he does, then we're going to go with the Goblin Barrel of our own. So he goes for a cannon. He's going for a more expensive counter. Let's put a Goblin Barrel in the back so the cannon can't see it. So we're going to keep moving our Goblin Barrel throughout the game. And of course, it is 2.6, which is kind of an annoying deck, one of the worst matchups, I would say, for Logbait. We are playing against a faster log cycle, which can be very tough to play. Let's go Knight to go into the Ice Golem. Maybe I can try to go Goblin Barrel to Goblin Gang to pressure in a moment. There it is. Okay, Muskie to block, but still Inferno Tower is very solid against Hog Rider. Shouldn't be able to get any damage, even though this guy goes for the aggressive Muskie at the bridge. Still can rely on this Princess, and we're going to go for another Goblin Barrel, discouraging this guy from going for a Fireball here. And of course he's back to a log. We get some chip there, so see how he missed the log? He's already angry. So by moving my barrel back towards the middle, already getting some quick chip damage in, which is really nice. And one nice thing about this deck is you can always rely on the possibility of having an opportunity to just out chip cycle the guy at the end with the rocket. So at the end, maybe Rocket will be able to win us the game. So Cannon's going to come out late and we're going to get 2 free shots. I'm going to go Barrel again, continue to pressure this guy, make sure he's always having to spam defensive cards. So I want to see when is the Hog Rider coming out. When are you going to use your Hog Rider against us? Okay, he goes for a Muskie again. Let's go Knight to cycle into this. Maybe if he goes Hog and... I should just wait. I think we should just go for it. Let's just go Goblin Gang and Log here. I don't want to use my building. He's going to predict the building, but we're not going to play it. So that's another thing. So this guy just tried to get the Inferno Tower with the... Let's go for a barrel here, just cycling. I'll go for Ice Spirit and get my Knight back down, because there are 2 Muskies on the board. I need to go Princess on defense, go for this Knight. Just trying to evaluate what to do here. Let's go for the Inferno Tower, stop the Hog Rider in its tracks, and we are going to be only down by 200, 300 HP. Not too bad as of now, but now let's go ahead and play a tricky barrel, see if he misses his log. If he misses the log, we might get some free damage. And no, he goes for Skellies in the back. Nice play, good defense, no mistakes from our opponent so far. I'm just going to go ahead and cycle log. We need to get some chip, otherwise we're going to start falling behind. That would be a problem. Then we have to rocket on defense. It's the only play I have. Don't have my Inferno in cycle, so I have to rocket that. Now we can go for a nice Knight. He goes for a log. Predicting my Goblin Gang. Didn't play at that time. Now let's go here. Now that there's no log. And if he goes for a Fireball, which he won't, now we're going to be able to get a little bit more chip. So that 1 Goblin, 2 Goblins see that tower, which is awesome. That's going to be extra chip for us. Let's go for a Princess. Maybe I can go for an Inferno if he goes Hog again. My Princess will actually chip that cannon off the board. And now that he's actually using a Fireball, I feel very comfortable going aggressive. Let's go for an Inferno here to avoid the Muskie. Keep moving around so your opponent can't predict what you're going to do. And we'll just go for the Knight to stop this, and then just a nice log. He's going to try to get back to another aggressive Hog Rider. That's what he's going to do here. He will go for another Hog. We'll go for a Goblin Gang. He probably should log this. He does. Nice. Good play. Let's go Princess to the bridge. Try to force out a spell, then go for a Goblin Barrel. He plays Cannon, but we're going to get 2 shots. So you got to be very fast-paced. This is how you win in a matchup that's sort of like this. It can be very hard to get these wins. There's more chip. Nice. Looking good. Where's the Hog? There it is. Maybe he goes for a Muskie again. He does again. But, okay, I wasn't expecting him to try it again after I dodged it last time. We'll just go ahead and log this back. Go for a Princess on defense. No shots taken. Let's go for a Goblin Barrel, a Goblin Gang, and a Goblin Barrel. Continue to pressure. Always be pressuring with this deck. He has lots of answers, but I can still keep putting pressure on with more rockets. There's another Inferno Tower. Getting more value. Already available again. Fireball comes in, but my Princess from the other side of the board still assists there. And now I can just kind of rely on Log and Rocket Ship to win the game, but I still have to rocket this Hog on defense or we'll take too much damage and lose the game. So we have to be very careful. This matchup can be very annoying. Princess will log the tower, and this is game over after one more rocket. So now all we need to do is get an Inferno Tower down, go for a Knight, just make sure that we don't take any more damage from anything. He's laughing. This is a great matchup for 2.6, but we're still able to outplay it. Let's go into game number 2. Can't believe I'm on that. Shocked. Alright guys, let's go into match number 2. I hope you guys can see this deck's ability to sort of outplay an unfortunate matchup. I mean, Fireball and Log on a shorter cycle than us, and we were still able to get the damage. Here we're seeing Goblin Cage. It could be a couple things. It could be Electric Giant, it could be some kind of Recruits deck, it could be a lot of things here. Okay, so it's Barbaro and Fireball. Could be some kind of bridge spam, that's what I'm expecting as of now. Cage has been annoying. I have my Goblin Gang there to block it, so we should be okay. Let's see what else this guy plays. Maybe it could be like a Queen version, some deck with a Queen or something like that. I'm just gonna go Goblin Game to try to burn down this Goblin Brawler. Maybe we can get some chip from the Spirit Goblins. Okay, Zappies. Now I'm thinking it's Pigs again. Pigs Fireball cycle. I'll go Ice Spirit to stop the chip damage. Continuing to get a little bit of chip from my Spirit Goblin. And he might try to go for Pigs. If he does, I'll rocket it all. Okay, now actually we can't rocket if they're going to be split up like that, so a nice heads-up play by the opponent to split them, knowing, hey, this guy's got a rocket. But I still have my Inferno Tower, which means I can still stop pretty much all the damage here. If he would have gone all together, rocketing would have been a great play, but in this case we can't do it. So now we go here, trying to... Actually, you can use your Princess defensively to go ahead and burn these down, and if he goes for like a Flying Machine, it can be kind of hard for me to stop, to be honest. Gotta be very careful. Let's log that, hit the Brawler, and then use the Ice Spirit to pull it to the center of the board. And this guy's already crying. He knows Logbait's very annoying. Let's go for a Goblin Barrel. He did just use his Bar Barrel, so how are you going to stop this? Fireball on defense, that's a negative trade, though. So that's a good spot for us to be in. Now the Princess on defense. We'll take a little bit of chip. It's kind of hard to block all of them with just a Knight. It would have been better if I used my Goblin Gang there. But still, we should be fine. Nice, but we can actually block this by playing Goblin Gang high like this. That way we'll stop all of the Flying Machine damage. Spirit Goblins and Princess help out, and we can get a little bit more chip damage from the Spirit Goblins and the Princess. This matchup's a bit annoying. We don't have the Fireball, which is kind of an important card here. So depending on what this guy does, okay, so he goes for another, Bar Barrel to stop that. I'll go for Ice Spirit to block. Go for another one of these Goblin Barrels. We're going to force out the Fireball again on this. And he tries blocking with Pigs. Interesting. Really, I guess, caught him off on a bad cycle there. That's probably the problem. Okay, Ice Spirit's a nice play. It does really nice work against all the Goblins, but Ice Spirit in front can sometimes block, so depending on what they do. Okay, so let's go for another Princess. I'm expecting maybe a Flying Machine or something. I might have to honestly rocket it if he plays it. I know I will rocket it. I don't want to lose my Princess. That would be very bad if I lost it. Let's go for a Knight. Force the Fireball to come out. And now we're going to go for a Goblin Barrel. See if he gets the block. I put it in the back this time. A little bit of a juke. We actually get one Goblin to get on the tower, which is awesome. That's one extra bit of chip damage that will matter in the end. So every bit of chip damage by mixing up your Goblin Barrel placement could change the game in the end, depending on how your opponent plays. Let's go for a nice log. Just managing your elixir and not allowing anything to get to the tower is really how you want to be playing this. If he goes for a Flying Machine, we'll of course rocket it again, and not having these Flying Machines, not interested in taking this damage. I would like to defend everything as best as possible. And I think I'll just go for a Goblin Gang, continuing to defend like this. Princess on defense will go Ice Spirit in the middle, we'll log everything back, continuing to just spam defensive cards. It can be very annoying for this guy. And I actually was caught off in a bad cycle there. I actually have no choice but to rocket this. I'll take too much damage if I don't rocket. I have to do it immediately. And unfortunately, that was just a great play. A great play by this guy. And now I'm going to have to find a way around it. Really good start for him. I'm going to go ahead and spam. He already played, I think he already played Barrel. There's still chances. I already have a Princess on the board. I'm going to protect my Princess as much as possible. I want him to have to spend as many spells as possible to take these Princesses off the board. It can be very annoying if I get too many Princesses on the board for this guy. So it's still up. Let's go Goblin Gang in front, trying to protect as much as possible. Still alive. Let's go for Inferno Tower. There we go, forcing out the Bar Barrel. Now we're going to go for our own pressure. These games can last a long time, but that's kind of just the nature of Logbait. The games can last, and there's Fireball, but it's late. Late Fireball there. And Princesses are going to be able to do get a lot of chip damage here on these Zappies. And I can even go for more pressure with Goblin Gang at the bridge. And in the end, now that we're getting into like triple elixir, I'm thinking about just going for some rocket cycles. Not even a bad idea at this point. definitely at the stage of the game where every bit of damage is going to count. I'm just going to continue to pressure with my princess, and my princess defensively every time. I'm going to go for a rocket now. I'm confident that I'll be able to defend with my Inferno Tower and cycling to a second one. I'm not too worried about this. I'm going to go for a knight. I have 2 princesses down. How are you going to be able to get through this? I'm going to spam again. How are you getting through? Just going to keep asking my opponent, how are you stopping my push? Now we have rocket on defense for the pigs. And now I just need to cycle one more rocket and we should be able to win. Let's go for some more pressure. Go Goblin Gang at the bridge. Let's go for a Goblin Barrel. Force them to use their Fireball on defense. Play the knight. Try to cycle back to another rocket. If we can get it, we should be able to get the win. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow. What a game. Let's go to match number 3. Wow, guys, what a game that was. Unfortunately, we did not win, but I think I played that about as good as it gets. Unfortunately, just enough piggies damage our opponents got, just to be a little bit ahead, and the rocket was just a millisecond behind. But still a great game to show, and well played. The other guy made some good plays, but still, we have the Inferno Tower, so we're able to go in aggressively against this golem push. I'm going to go for a Goblin Barrel, continuing to pressure, so keep spamming as much as you can. Now you have to worry about this huge attack, and I can just go for an Inferno Tower. So what do you have to stop my Inferno Tower? I have a Princess for your bats, so that's not going to work. Bats won't do anything. I can just go for Princess. We'll stop everything. And look at this, the way this deck just defends. Like, having the Inferno Tower is just so solid, and it can just soak up all these big tanks. You never have to worry about the tanks. It just evaporated, and we got over three-fifths of the tower on the side. It was awesome. We get so much value on that side of the board. I can even just start cycling troops. I'm going to go Ice Spirit, trying to protect. Maybe he has a Skeleton Army or something. Prince. Okay, sure. Giant, or Golem Prince. Really unusual. Not a deck that you see very often. I'm going to go for another Goblin Barrel. Maybe. I think there might be a Skeleton Army here. It just feels right. No? Okay, and also when they give you a Witch like this, always take the value. If anytime you get a nice 5 or 6 elixir troop in the back that hits the tower, you'd best be taking those rockets, because those are the best rockets that you will ever get in Clash Royale. You'll never get a better chance to get free chip damage, so you need to be making sure to take those rockets. Okay, and we have a big lead on both lanes, especially the left lane, so that's where all our advantage is. Have to see when our opponent goes in for a Golem. If he goes Golem, I'll just go Princess. We'll take the tower immediately, and the Princess is just going to be a nuisance. Okay, Princess over there will take the tower, unless he's very fast. No? Okay, well, we're just going to take the tower and set up on defense with an Inferno Tower. Maybe he plays bats or something, but look at the Princess even hits the tower there. Okay, so not doing anything. Okay, there's the Inferno Tower, but I still have Goblin Gang, and I can still protect my goblins using the Knight. So that way the Inferno Tower, the Baby Dragon can't help out, and I can just go for, honestly, a Rocket here. Rocketing this is honestly fine. We can stop everything. I can go Ice Spirit, put the gang on the board. Just defending as much as possible and going for the Knight does stop all the damage. It's maybe not the best play, but still it works, and that's what's important. As long as you're defending, it doesn't matter how you're defending. Just make sure that you're like using all of your troops to your advantage. And in this case, we have the Goblin Barrel just to stop the charge. Look at that. Goblin Barrel defense is forced. Not comfortable, but we have no better play than just to cycle the Goblin Barrel on defense. And if he goes Golem again, we're going to pressure with Princess to make him play something for it. Now we do this, because now it's actually kind of hard to deal with this attack. I can just go Goblin Gang. You only have 10 seconds. How are you getting in my tower? This lightning better be really quick, but it's not there. Now Knight just wins the game on the spot. Let's get one more game for you guys. GG's. Really, really clean game. Alright guys, one last match for today's video. That last game against Golem was super clean. Here I'm just going to go ahead and cycle an Ice Spirit. We'll see what our opponent's got. Okay, wow, okay, Princess of the Bridge, very aggressive. Let's go for a Goblin Barrel to cycle to the Knight, just to take out the Princess as fast as we can. Log comes in. Okay, great. Now that there's no Log, we're going to play Princess of the Bridge and spam a Goblin Gang opposite lane. And wow, look at the Princess getting value against the gang. That's awesome. Really good stuff. And look at this pressure. Look at how much damage we get here. Sometimes it's better to actually be patient with bait. Maybe it doesn't feel right, but it sometimes can be very beneficial. Let's go for a Log here. And you can actually defend Goblin Barrels with actually your own defensive barrel, so that's what I'm going to do here. We're going to go defensive barrel to shut down his barrel, and we'll take no damage here. Well, okay, fine. One stab. One stab is fine for using a defensive barrel. But still, lots of damage on this other side. And I feel like we have a slight elixir lead here. I'm going to just go for a Ice Spirit. I've never loved playing a bait mirror matchup. It's just not a fun one. Let's go Princess of the Bridge, trying to get some extra chip on this side. There's one shot. Spirit comes back. Awesome. Let's go Knight to block Princess of the Bridge if he wants to try it himself. Like, just by having a Knight in the middle, Princess of the Bridge would get distracted, so you can't do that. Let's go here. He might Princess. Let's get ready to log. Actually, I should save it. It's better to just save that one. Let's go for a Goblin Barrel. Keep pressuring like this. Oh, Spear Goblin comes in absolutely clutch and takes out the Princess. Now we can just go for an Ice Spirit. Keep trying to chip. We have our log, and it's in the back, so don't miss those barrels. See, this guy knows what he's doing. He's being tricky with the placement, so it's hard for me to keep up with where it's going to go. Let's go for Princess on defense.
Let's go.
They will cancel each other out. They will not do any damage. Now Knight High blocks everything. No problem. Knight defends pretty much the entire attack. And I think I'll just go for another Tricky Barrel, just like what he did. So I'm going to put it in the back so it's hard to see where it is. And again, one was missed, which means one more bit of chip damage. Let's go Ice Spirit. Log's coming in, but I'm not missing it. This one's in front. No damage. Nice blocking everything. Goblin Gang. Princess coming in. Let's block. Yep. These guys always go Princess really aggressively. Always be ready for that. Princess of the Bridge is not a play unless you're super desperate, and any good opponent is going to see what's coming. So let's go Ice Spirit. Princess of the Bridge. I thought he would do it. Let's go here, just Goblin Gang. Here, Princess on defense. Continuing to pressure. Where's the log? But look how much chip damage. Like, so just by playing Goblin Gang before that, we were able to get a lot of chip damage just to go through a little bit early. He tries it too. I'm gonna go Knight. Oh, I missed. See, I missed there. Don't let that happen. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. Don't miss that. And we can just go Ice Spirit to the side. We should still defend the Knight with no problems. More chip. And the problem is he doesn't have a log, which means we're getting a lot of chip here, which is awesome. And I can just go for like a really nice Princess of the Bridge. And if he doesn't predict it, we will connect to the tower and then rocket this game to victory. GG's. What a deck. It's a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys who've made it this far in the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'm going to link you to my last video over there. But those of y'all that are new to Logbait, hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something. And if you guys are Logbait experts, I hope I did your deck justice. Regardless, leave in the comments below what you want to see. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.